Greetings to all who may view this video on my channel today. I would like to make a request of you. If you find this content useful and of interest to you, please hit the like button and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. We have something to discuss today, and that is the matter of the Boston shooting. Yes, it's pressing, but it needs to be discussed. And I would like to mention this is not about color, but it is definitely about character. See, we would like to think that we live in a balanced world of equality and justice. And my question today to all my viewers is, how could it be? How can it be equal, and how can it be justice when the very people who are supposed to protect and serve are not equally protecting and serving people all across the board? Although it's different diversity of people, it is our birthright to be on this planet. It is our birthright to be safe and to move in freedom and to feel like we're secure. And anytime our security is breached, then it goes against our birthright. So when people want to shelter someone who terrorized a community based on color, that is injustice and is not equal. So anyone who finds pleasure out of other people's suffering, they're in breach of our birthright. They're in breach of our inalienable rights. They are a accessory to a crime. It doesn't matter who they are, what they wear, or what their political party is. They are in breach of our birthright. Now, we have to decide what strategy we use to correct this injustice. We have to decide what strategy we use to bring back balance. Now, although it does tug at us emotionally, we cannot just go crazy and get trapped in our emotions, because that's exactly what some would like us to do. They would like us to partake in violence so that they can have the upper hand. Now, we all know that we have a right to defend ourselves. This is why they have gun laws. This is why they have police officers. This is why this supposed government is put in authority to balance out inequality. But we know from our history that that has not been the case for some. So for those who find pleasure in people suffering, no matter what color you are the problem. Who's ever creating an imbalance in someone else's life by terrorizing them, by causing them to feel unwanted and abused, they are the problem. It doesn't matter what they look like, and it doesn't matter what they have on. Now, some would say, what should we do about it? Hmm. I would say that we address our problems to political parties and we demand justice. Does that require marching? No. Marching, we've done enough marching. But what it does require that our voices be heard. Now, some may say, how do we get our voices heard? Where there is something called an affidavit of truth. Yes, an affidavit of truth. We are literally being traumatized, whether it be directly or indirectly. Far too often, we see people who look like me who are put at a disadvantage based on the color of their skin. These are the facts. I don't target anyone for the color of their skin because if they were birthed to this planet, they have a right, a birthright to be here. They have a birthright to live in a peaceful and productive manner, or to live life how they see fit as long as it does not deprive anyone else of living their life how they see fit. But when it comes down to someone writing a 180-page manifesto based on birth rates and targeting people based on color, that is an injustice. It is an injustice that must be addressed to the highest courts. See, people go out to the polls and they vote. They vote for political parties based on whatever message they give to the populace. So if you went out there and voted for these particular elected officials, then they have some answering to do. And those answers must be given to the voters. See, I specifically do not vote because I believe that all elections do not cater to my tribe of people. All elected officials seem to have some kind of preconceived notion that they're no longer public servants, but they are gradually becoming dictators. And this is something that we cannot allow because where they want the world to go may not necessarily be where we want the world to go. It may not be what we find comfortable for our survival. And survival is a law of nature. Self-preservation is a law of nature for every creature on the planet. It does not matter what creature it is or what being it is. It is a right to be left alone and to be in harmony with yourself and your housing and your community. Now, I know a lot of people will deflect and say, well, your tribe of people kill your own people. Every tribe of people kill their own people. There is no exemption to that rule. Is there a problem? Yes. Should it be addressed? Yes. But at no point in time should anybody be pointing a finger at one tribe of people because they enact violence against their own people. Because those people or those tribe of people also have people who look like them who commit crimes against them. Basically, what I am saying here is this: everyone who's elected owes the right to give equality and justice to all people. It does not matter what they look like. It does not matter what their sexual preferences are. As long as they're not damaging another, they have a right to coexist and to be left alone. At what point do we address it? We address it state level. Yes, we address it state level through petitions. We call a meeting and we demand that this be addressed. There is no more gathering in the streets and public violence because this is where they want to marshal in martial law. Yes, They want to take away liberties. They want to subjugate and to divide a people. And if we allow them to do that, then we have given away our power. When we decide to move strategically and effortlessly towards our goals and have an end game in mind, this is when we win. We can no longer sit by and wait for something to happen. We have mayors, we have governors, we have policing, we have all kinds of authority figures within our community. And we have to let them know that we will not take injustice anymore. We will not idly sit by and be victimized anymore. They must do something. They have to do something. They took an oath to the Constitution of the United States to protect and serve. Anything less than that is a breach of their oath of office. They are no longer doing their job. We must hold them accountable to give us freedom, justice, and equality. And it cannot be compromised. I say this with the sincerest intent of bringing about unity and harmony, not wrath and destruction. So, at what point do we act? We act at state level, from state level, county level, from county level, all the way up to federal level, because all of them have taken the same similar oath of office to protect the Constitution, even militarily. They have taken the oath of office to fight against any terroristic threats, both foreign and domestic. And they must do their job accordingly to protect the people of the community and of America. The United States is a corporation, it is not a company. So at no point does a corporation have the right to tell a countryman or people how to live their life because they're working for a corporation. They are not working for the rights of the people. So until we decide that we want to stand on the right of justice and equality, which is our birthright, then they will continue their vicious attacks against us. There's no way Peyton Gendron had a right to a weapon. He threatened his own high school. How was he allowed to keep that weapon? How was he allowed to carry a gun? How did he have access to military armor? How did he have access to map out and decide on going into a grocery store that was predominantly people who look like me and take hate and rage out on innocent people? And then they want to say he has a mental condition. Yet his mental condition is hate. That's what it is. That's the only rationale I can come up with, is that his mental condition is hate. They don't act like they want to charge him with a hate crime, but they should. They put in place, not that I disagree with them putting in place protection for other ethnic groups, but the same protection should be given to people of my tribe and to any other tribe that faces injustice. We are not your punching bag. We are not your target at a shooting range. We demand equality. We demand justice. Is unacceptable, and we will not tolerate being treated as someone's property anymore. With this, I say peace, love and light, unity over destruction, and balance. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and let's make a better world for everyone, because it is our birthright. Have a blessed day.